So, welcome students. This is the course of economic analysis, and we have already discussed about this course yesterday. Uh, the name of this course is economic and then analysis, and most of you have some idea about the economics, concept of economics. They are acquainted with the terms which are used in the economics. So, today we are going to start this course formally. And I am A.K. Jha. I have taken few classes in your first semester, but this course will be taught by me. So this is the course Economic Analysis 2+0 credit course, means there are 2 theory classes only. So what is economics? Amar has joined today. Amar, can you tell me what is economics?
Yes, sir.
What is economics?
Economics, the operation between two countries to supply money and other things such subtown.
Okay. So when we say economics, it is something
Yes,
more, It is something more. And it is very important to understand that why do you need to study this course, this economic analysis? You are here to study dairy technology. What is the relevance of this course in dairy technology? Please mute your microphone. So what is the relevance of this course? This course means economic analysis in dairy technology. Before we start, we should try to understand that we have unlimited needs and wants. There are unlimited needs and wants. It is often said that man is a bundle of desires, man is. So we have unlimited needs and wants, and the resources to satisfy them are very scarce. We don't have enough resources to satisfy all our needs. We all want everything in our life, but the rider is that we don't have enough resources to buy all those things. So needs and wants are unlimited, resources are scarce, and then there is a multiplicity of needs and wants. Means we can satisfy any need at a time, but when we satisfy one need, another spring out. So there is always needs and wants, and one need and want can be satisfied, and then another comes out. So this is the challenge. This is called multiplicity of wants. They are multiple. And whatever resources we have, that too have alternative uses. If we have 100 rupee, so we have choice. We can buy an ice cream or we can buy a book. So there are always alternative uses, and this makes the task challenging. When you are here, you are a dairy technologist, you are going to become a dairy technologist tomorrow. You will be a manager in some good companies or will be at some responsible positions, and you are supposed to take correct decisions, make correct choices. Choices related to the given resources, and you will be you should be able to maximize or optimize your profit, your gains with the given resources, available resources. So this course will help you in taking decisions regarding the resources that you have and how to allocate those resources in to maximize the benefits or welfare or satisfaction or profit. So we are always supposed to take decisions. There are choices, and among the choices we will have to, we should select those, we should prioritize our needs and wants so that we can maximize the gains. So this makes the task challenging, and here this course will help you. Even in our daily life, we need to make certain kind of choices. Even in our family course of action, we have to make choices because we have limited resources. So this course will help you in personal life also. So this is a very important course, and that is why it has been introduced in the your syllabus. Now the question is, what is economics? What is economics? Earlier, the term economics was used for political economy. It was used to denote political economy. And the term economy is derived from the Greek word oikonomia. Oikonomia means management of households. So earlier, it was supposed to be the part of a political economy. It was, and then it used to be it used to be practiced in the household economy. So management of household economy. So, but in due course of evolution, the meaning and definition of economics has broadened, and that is why I have written that. Now the question is, what is economics? So there are several definitions. There are several definitions of economics. Some economics or economists defined or suppose economics as a science of wealth, a study of wealth. So this is one of the definitions, a study of wealth. Like Adam Smith in 1976 defined economics as an inquiry into the nature and causes of wealth of the nation. So he used to consider economics as the study of or inquiry into the nature and causes of the wealth of nation. So this definition relates to wealth. This relation establishes relationship between the wealth and the economics. So it is a wealth. Then J.B. Say in 1803 defined it as the science of production, distribution, and consumption of wealth. So here too, he added certain more dimensions like production, distribution, and consumption. But this definition also considers economics as a wealth, a study of wealth, science of wealth. Then some economists related the economics with the societal needs. Thomas Carlyle stated it as the decimal science. So there was Thomas Carlyle. He was an economist, and he gave a very sarcastic comment and defined economics as the decimal science, and said economics extended the analysis beyond wealth and from the societal to the microeconomics. So it evolved from wealth definition, then related with the societal, and then in 1819, Alfred Marshall, he was a very noted economist, came and he defined it in his textbooks, Principles of Economics, as the analysis which goes beyond the wealth and from the societal to the microeconomics level. So it was the Alfred Marshall who gave a different definition, and he said that no, it is not only the wealth, it is not only the societal, it is a combination of other factors also, and he defined economics as a study of man in the ordinary business of life. So wealth is required for whom? Who is the user of wealth? We, the mankind, the man. So man plays a pivotal role. Man plays a pivotal role. All resources are there for the man so that he can utilize the resources to satisfy his needs and wants. So economics, as Marshall defined, is a study of the man in the ordinary business of life. Ordinary business, day-to-day business, our life. It is related to our ordinary business of life. And it inquires how he gets his income and how he uses it. So this is a very broad definition where Alfred Marshall, defined economics as a relationship between the man and the ordinary business of life, and he says that it is the inquiry. It inquires how a man gets his income and how he uses it. So it is right from earning income to the use of income. As per this definition, it is on the one side the study of wealth, and on the other side, more important side, is a part of a study of mankind. So this is this was a very good definition. But then According to Leonid Robbins, he further refined the definition of definition given by the Alfred Martel, and he defined it as a science which studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means which have alternative uses. So this is a very well accepted definition which is used even today. And according to Robbins, economics is a science which studies human behavior. So it is very complex. Human behavior is very complex. It is the human behavior which really matters. And he established the definition as a relationship between human behavior, ends, and scarce means. So ends is, what is end? End is our needs and wants, satisfaction, how we get satisfaction, and means is resources. And these means have alternative uses. I have already told you earlier that resources have alternative uses. So this is a very comprehensive decision where he has defined economics as a science which studies human behavior. So it is not the study of wealth only. It is not the study of price only. It is not a study. It is the study of human behavior, and that too as a relationship between ends. Everybody wants to maximize his satisfaction, his gains, his profit, his welfare. So that is the end. And then the scarce means resources which have alternative uses, which can be put to alternative uses. We can utilize our resources for in one or other way. So it has different uses. Now broadly, on the basis of different concepts and definitions, it can be concluded that economics includes the study of the economy. The coordination process, I will explain each one by one. The effects of scarcity, the science of choice, human behavior, and human being as to how they coordinate wants and desires. So this is very important. This is important that based on the review of various definitions. Hello, please mute your phone. So economics is the study of economy. Economy, what is economy? Economy is a system wherein the resources are allocated and products are generated. So economic, it is the study of economy. Then the coordination process, we need to coordinate. There is always, if we go for production, we need resources, we need inputs, we need raw materials, we need labor. So we need to coordinate among the processes, need to coordinate among the inputs, and that is the coordination process. Then the effects of scarcity, since the resources are limited. So it is very important that we should know how we should utilize our resources, every penny, in a way that it should give the maximum gains. We can get maximum gains, we can get maximum profit, maximum satisfaction out of that. Then the science of choices. Here comes the role of decision making. We need to make choices. We need to make choice between this or that. So it is a science of choice. It is a process of decision making, and that is why it is very important. Then human behavior, as I told you, it is the human who who set his priorities, who allocates the resources, who decides. So human behavior is very important, and it is the study of human behavior. Then the human beings and how they coordinate. Ultimately, we are the coordinators. We coordinate. We prioritize which is our most important needs and wants, and how we are going to allocate our resources. So, in nutshell, all these dimensions is studied in the economics. Now, the economics and the definition of economics are based on certain basic assumptions. Basic assumptions. As you know, economy is a dynamic process. Continuous changes are taking place in the economy as a whole. And if we want to study the economics, then if we want to define certain terms, if we want to study demand, say supply, you can say, then it is a continuous process. So we need to make it constant at a particular point in time. And therefore, we assume certain definitions, and the first definition is economic rationality. Every decision making in an economic system behaves in a rational manner. It is supposed that we as a decision maker behave in a rational manner. And what is rationality? Any rational person will attempt to maximize his gains, his profit, his welfare, his satisfaction. So this is rational. If we try to maximize our benefits, our gains, then we are rational. This is natural. This is natural, and one should, if he is rational, one should do this. Economic rationality presupposes that every person knows his interest and selects the course of action which gives him greater amount of satisfaction. The ultimate objective of life is getting satisfaction. We have needs and wants, we use our resources, and we reach our resources in a way so that we can satisfy our needs and wants. So the ultimate is satisfaction. We all want a satisfied life. So this is the satisfaction, and a rational person always try to attempt to maximize his satisfaction. And then it is very important to understand that the assumption of economic relationship does not carry any moral or ethical implication. When we say a person is rational, then it is natural that he will try to maximize his satisfaction or his gains in any way. For example, suppose it is the time of corona or flood, so it is a disaster kind of situation, and there are certain sellers who have started selling some essential medicines at 4 or 5 times more prices. So although it looks bad, it should not happen, but it is happening. And in economics, we say that the seller is a rational person. He is rational because he is trying to exploit the situation in his favor to maximize his gains. So this is rationality, and in economics, we consider it as a natural. And it is also important because unless you don't know the behavior of a rational person, how will you establish any relationship? So in the flood-like situation, if you are a policy maker, you will easily think that if this kind of situation is going to happen, then it is natural that some person will start making hoardings. They will start generating more money, taking more money from the persons, and accordingly you can implement your policies. You can enforce the agencies to stop these things. So it is natural. It is natural. So this is called economic rationality. Then second assumption is ceteris paribus. Ceteris paribus means other things being equal. That is the most widely used assumption in economics. Basic assumption is this, and ceteris paribus is the most widely used assumption. The assumption shows the limitation in the way of any economic generalization. Why do we go for assuming ceteris paribus? This is very important. So I have already told you that we live in a dynamic world. The entire economy is dynamic. Demand is changing day by day. Supply is changing day by day. Every minute there are certain changes. And if we go to study these relationships with respect to other factors, then we will have to assume that if this happens and other things remain the same, then what will happen? For example, the law of demand says that if the price is more, the demand will be less, and when the price is less, there will be more demand. But there are other factors also which affect the demand. The supply, the there's a number of available substitutes. There are so many factors we will discuss in detail in other classes. So price is one of the factors which affect the demand. And when we go to for the studying the law of demand, then we assume that only price is changing and other factors are constant. They will remain the same. They are going to remain the same in the future. And then we study the relationship between the change in the demand and the price. So here this assumption is utilized, ceteris paribus, other things being equal. So this is very important assumption. Then the third assumption is concept of equilibrium. What is equilibrium? Equilibrium denotes the state of rest. It, in layman terms, if we say, then we can say that equilibrium is the state of rest. Everybody in his life tries to get equilibrium. The economy also tries to get equilibrium. Means there should be not much disturbances. We want rest in our life. We want that all opposite forces should be in a way that that gives us rest in our life. So economy also tries to gain equilibrium in due course of action, and this is also a very important assumption. It shows a position of no change or position of maximum gain. So where will we be in equilibrium? When we get maximum gain. Our resources will yield maximum gain. Only then we will be in equilibrium. So it is the position of no change or position of maximum gain. The economists assume that economy has a natural tendency to reach equilibrium. I have already told you that the ultimate is equilibrium, satisfaction, and economy also tries to reach the equilibrium, the state of equilibrium. Then the fourth is a static economy, and I have already told you that the economy is dynamic, and in order to see, there are two different approaches. There are general equilibrium models which explain the dynamism of the economy, and then the other way is that we assume that certain things are changing. So economics studies the problem of allocation of resources between goods and services on the assumption that technology and resources are given in an economy. So we assume that certain things are given, and with the given resources, the given technology, we are going to analyze the situation in the economy. If the given resources and technologies are applied, then what will happen? So we assume that we make the economy static. It implies that economy is producing maximum amount of national income with the given technology and resources. And in other words, economics studies a static economy with a given system of wants, resources, and technology. Although in real world situation, nothing is just static. We should be very careful that the entire economic process, the economy is a dynamic process, dynamic system, but for the sake of convenience of a study or understanding the relationship between the resources and the activities, it is sometimes assumed that the technology, the resources are given, and with the given technology and resources, the economy is producing the maximum gain. So this is the fourth assumption, basic assumption, that economy, there is a static economy. So today we have discussed about the definition of the economics and the assumption of the economics. So economics is very important as it studies the behavior of the mankind in allocation of resources in a way so that it can yield maximum benefits, gains, or satisfaction. So this is the economics, and then there are certain assumptions, of course, that we have already discussed. So it is very important course, and it will help you in enhancing your understanding about the various economic phenomena and relationship, and enable you to make choices, to take correct decisions in your life in your profession as a dairy technologist, as a manager, or in whatever capacity you are working. So this is a very important course because it is a challenge that our every rupee should be allocated, every resources should be allocated in a way that yields maximum gain. And this is all about for today.